In this video, we're uncovering the hidden gems of Australian coinage, the 6 most valuable and rare 5-cent coins. From their unique history to the surprising prices they can fetch in today's market, these small coins carry big stories and incredible worth. These tiny pieces of metal may seem ordinary, but their rarity, history, and collector demand have transformed them into true treasures worth far more than their face value. First up, we're exploring the most valuable and rare, the Australian 1977 bicentennial 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is one of the most intriguing pieces in modern Australian numismatics, often regarded by collectors as an ultra-rare treasure with immense cultural and monetary value. Though the 5-cent denomination is typically overlooked due to its small size and everyday circulation, the 1977 issue carries historical importance and unique characteristics that elevate it far above its humble face value. Its scarcity, combined with the fascination surrounding Australia's bicentennial era of coinage, has cemented this coin's position as one of the most valuable and collectible 5-cent coins in the country. Even coins in very dirty or circulated condition spark interest among enthusiasts, simply because of the rarity and story they represent. The historical backdrop of the 1977 issue plays a significant role in its desirability. Australia was experiencing a period of growing national identity, with its decimal currency system still relatively young, having been introduced in 1966. The 5-cent coin had already become a staple of Australian commerce, but the 1977 edition gained special importance due to the nation's bicentennial commemorations tied to Captain James Cook's landing in 1770. While the primary commemorative coins of that year were focused on higher denominations like the 50-cent and $1 coins, the smaller 5-cent piece was also minted, carrying with it the aura of being part of the broader celebration of Australia's 200-year colonial history. Minted at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the coin reflects both the continuity of Australia's decimal coinage and the celebratory spirit of the bicentennial era. From a design perspective, the coin is simple yet striking in its details, embodying the artistic direction of the era. The obverse features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, a design introduced in the late 1960s that became iconic across many Commonwealth nations. The reverse continues to feature the spiny echidna, designed by Stuart Devlin, which has remained one of the most recognizable motifs in Australian coinage. Struck in copper-nickel, the coin measures 19.41 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.83 grams. While its technical specifications may be standard, its significance lies in its role within the bicentennial set of coins, creating a subtle but historically charged link to a broader national narrative. Rarity is the defining feature that elevates the 1977 bicentennial 5-cent coin into numismatic prestige. Unlike more common 5-cent issues, very few high-grade examples survive today, and errors from this year, such as off-center strikes, planchet flaws, or double dies, are highly prized. The survival of pristine specimens is limited, as the small denomination was used extensively in circulation, meaning most surviving pieces are heavily worn or, in many cases, very dirty. This scarcity in collectible condition pushes demand higher, as even imperfect examples are valued by collectors for their historical significance. Uncirculated or proof-like examples are particularly rare, and their desirability has grown steadily over the decades. In terms of market value, the 1977 5-cent bicentennial coin commands impressive prices, especially in uncirculated or proof condition. A circulated piece in average condition may fetch between $400 Australian dollars to $1,200, even if tarnished or dirty, due to its historical connections. High-grade uncirculated examples certified by professional grading services can range from $2,000 Australian dollars to $4,000, depending on the quality of the strike and surface preservation. Rare error varieties have achieved auction prices well above $7,000 Australian dollars, highlighting the intense competition among collectors seeking to own a tangible piece of Australia's bicentennial heritage. The steady appreciation of Australian numismatic rarities suggests this coin's value will likely continue to rise as supply remains fixed and collector demand grows. For collectors, identifying and securing an authentic 1977 bicentennial 5-cent coin requires careful attention. Certification by reputable grading bodies such as PCGS or NGC ensures authenticity and condition accuracy, making the coin more liquid in the market. The 1977 Australian bicentennial 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is far more than just a small denomination coin. It is a piece of history, a cultural emblem, and a sought-after numismatic rarity. Its historical significance, unique design elements, and limited availability have made it one of the most valuable coins of its series. Whether in very dirty circulated form or in gleaming, uncirculated condition, this coin captures the spirit of its time and continues to captivate collectors worldwide. For seasoned numismatists and new collectors alike, the 1977 5-cent bicentennial coin stands as both a fascinating artifact and a promising investment for the future. And secondly, we're talking about most valuable and rare. The Australian 1975 5-cent coin has emerged as a true hidden treasure, a piece of pocket change that has transformed into one of the nation's most sought-after circulation coins. Its growing, almost legendary status among collectors is not born from pristine beauty, but from its profound scarcity and the compelling story it tells. Unlike ordinary coins whose value diminishes with heavy wear, the 1975 5-cent commands fierce interest and strong premiums, even in very dirty or well-circulated condition. It stands apart not as a monument to mint-state perfection, but as a rare survivor from a pivotal year. A coin whose very existence in any form is a prize for astute collectors who understand its unique place in Australian monetary history. The historical and cultural backdrop of this coin's minting is integral to its mystique. 1975 was a year of immense national significance, marking the bicentennial of Captain James Cook's mapping of the eastern coastline. While the Royal Australian Mint issued special commemorative coins for this event, the standard circulating coinage, including the 5-cent, took on a subtle, unintended historical weight. The coin was struck during a period of economic transition and national introspection. Its production was overseen by the Royal Mint in London, which supplied all master tools and blanks to the fledgling Royal Australian Mint in Canberra until the mid-1960s, establishing a tradition of quality and continuity in design. This particular issue, therefore, represents one of the last echoes of that direct British minting lineage for Australia's decimal coinage. Minted in a year the nation was celebrating its own distinct history, from a design perspective, the coin is a study in classic, symbolic craftsmanship. The obverse features the mature portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, a dignified and enduring image that symbolizes the nation's link to the Commonwealth. The reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, showcases the iconic echidna, or spiny anteater, a unique and resilient native monotreme. This artistic choice grounds the coin firmly in the Australian natural environment, a symbol of the continent's distinctive fauna. Struck in cupronickel, with a standard weight of 2.83 grams and a diameter of 19.41 millimeters, its physical properties are unremarkable on paper. Yet, the combination of the sovereign's effigy and a uniquely Australian creature creates a powerful cultural artifact, a small metal canvas where national identity and historical tradition converge. The extreme scarcity of the 1975 5-cent is the primary driver of its collectability. Official mintage figures were exceptionally low, estimated to be around 8.2 million pieces, a fraction of the tens of millions minted in adjacent years, as vast stocks of existing coins satisfied circulation demand. Consequently, most of the limited mintage was released into commerce and subjected to decades of heavy wear, accounting for their frequently found dirty and abraded state. The number of specimens surviving in high grades is minuscule, creating a steep premium for uncirculated examples. While no major error varieties are known for this specific date, its fundamental rarity ensures that even a heavily worn, identifiable example is a significant find. The demand is so robust that condition, while always a factor, takes a back seat to simple possession. Finding any 1975 5-cent coin is the initial victory for a collector. Current market valuations reflect this intense demand and extreme supply constraint. A very worn, low-grade but clearly dateable example, often labeled fair or AG, can still command between $500 to $1,000 due to its sheer scarcity. In better circulated grades, such as fine to very fine, prices quickly jump to the $1,500 to $2,500 range. The market for uncirculated examples is exceptionally strong, with prices ranging from $4,000 for a lower-tier mint state coin to well over $7,500 for a superb gem-quality MS65 or higher. These valuations are consistently reinforced by auction results, where competitive bidding often pushes final prices beyond pre-sale estimates, indicating a market driven by genuine collector enthusiasm rather than speculative inflation. For collectors pursuing this numismatic grail, a methodical approach is essential. The first step is careful identification, ensuring the date is clearly 1975 and not a worn 1973 or other date. Given its value, the market has seen the emergence of counterfeits and altered dates, making authentication paramount. Sending any potential find to a reputable third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC is a highly recommended investment. This not only guarantees authenticity, but also encapsulates the coin in a protective holder with a definitive grade, which is crucial for insurance and future resale. The lasting significance of the 1975 5-cent coin is multifaceted. As a cultural artifact, it is a tangible relic from Australia's 1975 bicentennial year, a silent witness to a nation's celebration of its history. Its rarity was not engineered for collectors, but was a quirk of economic necessity, making it a genuinely rare circulating coin from the modern decimal era. As a financial asset, its investment appeal is rooted in fundamental numismatic principles, extreme scarcity, and unwavering demand from a dedicated collector base. Its price trajectory has shown consistent long-term appreciation, outperforming many other modern coins. It represents a compelling convergence of history, scarcity, and market desire, ensuring its status as a cornerstone of any advanced Australian decimal collection for generations to come. And thirdly, we're going to explore the Australian 5-cent coin from 1983 featuring Queen Elizabeth II has emerged as one of the most intriguing collectibles in modern Australian numismatics. What appears to be a common circulation coin actually conceals layers of historical and cultural value, making it a hidden treasure within the nation's coinage. While millions were struck for everyday use, select examples from this year, particularly those tied to unique varieties and minting anomalies, have gained reputations as rare and highly valuable. Unlike ordinary pieces that pass unnoticed in pocket change, the 1983 5-cent coin commands attention from seasoned collectors who appreciate its scarcity, symbolism, and the potential for significant investment returns. Even when found in dirty or well-circulated condition, its desirability has not diminished, a testament to its reputation as a standout coin of its denomination. The year 1983 sits within a period of national reflection and modern identity building in Australia. While not a bicentennial year itself, it falls in the era leading up to the country's 1988 bicentennial celebrations, a time when national symbols and heritage were under closer scrutiny. Coins issued in this period often carried greater resonance as tangible expressions of Australian sovereignty and modernity. The Royal Australian Mint, responsible for producing these coins, continued to refine its role in shaping a distinct Australian currency that broke away from Britain's earlier monetary dominance. The 5-cent coin from 1983 reflects this transition, embodying not only economic utility, but also a wider cultural narrative of a nation consolidating its symbols during a transformative era. On the obverse, the coin bears the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin, which was widely recognized across Commonwealth nations during this period. This design, characterized by its elegance and simplicity, underscores the coin's connection to both monarchy and tradition. The reverse features the iconic echidna, one of Australia's most distinctive native animals, designed by Stuart Devlin, the acclaimed goldsmith and jeweler. Devlin's ability to capture national fauna in intricate, symbolic form gives the coin artistic and cultural weight beyond its face value. Struck in copper-nickel alloy, the coin measures 19.41 millimeters in diameter, and weighs 2.83 grams. The balance of durability and artistry reflects the Royal Mint's craftsmanship, making even such a small denomination a meaningful cultural artifact. Scarcity plays a critical role in the coin's status. Although 1983 saw millions of 5-cent coins minted, high-grade survivors are surprisingly uncommon. Circulation wear, combined with a lack of preservation interest at the time, means that pristine examples are scarce. Furthermore, error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, or planchet flaws, are especially sought after, adding to the mystique of the 1983 issue. Even coins that are dirty or heavily worn can command attention if they possess unique varieties or come from rare error batches. Unlike many modern coins, where poor condition erases much of the value, the rarity dynamics here ensure that collector demand extends even to flawed or circulated specimens. In terms of value, the 1983 5-cent coin has shown impressive growth in recent years. Standard circulated examples may only command modest premiums of a few dollars, but uncirculated pieces graded at the highest levels can fetch $200 to $400 at auction. Rare error varieties or exceptionally well-preserved coins have sold for even higher, occasionally reaching into the low four figures, depending on rarity and buyer competition. These results underline the growing enthusiasm among numismatists who see in the 1983 issue both a piece of Australian cultural heritage and a smart investment. Market trends suggest a steady upward trajectory, driven by the broader global demand for high-grade and variety-based Australian coinage. For collectors, careful attention to detail is critical. Authentic 1983 5-cent coins should be verified for weight, diameter, and metallic composition to avoid counterfeit issues. Grading by professional services adds legitimacy and often unlocks higher valuations, especially for coins approaching mint state quality. When handling circulated or dirty examples, preservation techniques such as avoiding harsh cleaning are important to retain numismatic integrity. Collectors are also advised to study die varieties and familiarize themselves with cataloged errors, as these can transform a seemingly ordinary piece into a prized rarity. Building a set around 5-cent coins of the 1980s can further highlight the unique role of the 1983 issue within a broader narrative. What makes the 1983 5-cent coin so compelling is its layered appeal. It is more than a pocket-sized currency piece. It is a cultural artifact tied to a moment in Australia's evolving identity, a miniature work of design by masters of their craft, and a numismatic rarity that continues to inspire collectors. Its endurance in the market, despite being overlooked for decades, reflects the broader truth that value often hides in plain sight. Whether seen as a collectible, an investment, or a symbol of national heritage, this coin's significance has been cemented. The 1983 Australian 5-cent coin stands apart as one of the denomination's most desirable issues. Its rarity, historical context, and design all combine to elevate it far above the everyday change it once represented. Even in dirty or circulated condition, it attracts attention because collectors understand its place in the numismatic landscape. For those who recognize its potential, the coin represents both a cultural legacy and a financial opportunity. Its story reinforces the enduring lesson that even the smallest coin can carry enormous significance, both for a nation's identity and for those who collect and treasure its currency. And now we're exploring the 1999 Australian 5-cent coin has transcended its humble face value to become a modern numismatic legend, a hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. Its reputation is not built on pristine, uncirculated beauty, but on its profound scarcity and the compelling story of its creation. Unlike ordinary circulation pieces, this coin commands intense interest and strong premiums, even in heavily worn or dirty conditions, a testament to its status as one of the most collectible and elusive issues of the Elizabethan era in Australian decimal coinage. Its allure lies in the perfect storm of historical timing and minimal survival rates, making every discovered specimen a significant event for collectors. This coin's significance is deeply rooted in a pivotal moment of national transition. The year 1999 was the final chapter for Australia's pre-decimal coinage designs, which had adorned the reverse of its coins since 1966. As the nation prepared for the 2000 Sydney Olympics and embraced a new millennium, the Royal Australian Mint was concurrently phasing out these classic designs in favor of new, more distinctly Australian motifs. The 1999 5 cent, featuring the iconic echidna, represents the last regular issue of this enduring design type. It is a tangible relic from the end of an era, minted not for celebration but as a concluding issue before a sweeping change, imbuing it with a quiet, retrospective cultural weight. The coin's design is a study in classic Australian symbolism. The obverse features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II created by renowned sculptor Raphael Maklauf, whose portrait is noted for its idealized and youthful portrayal. The reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, showcases a detailed and robust engraving of an echidna, a native monotreme, surrounded by scattered spiny texturing representing its habitat. This simple yet effective design, struck in cupronickel to a standard diameter of 19.41 millimeters, embodies a straightforward and familiar aesthetic that resonated with the public for over 3 decades. Its craftsmanship lies in its functional clarity, making it an instantly recognizable piece of everyday 20th century life. The extreme rarity of the 1999 5 cent coin is attributed to an exceptionally low mintage figure, believed to be among the lowest for any circulating Australian decimal coin. The exact number remains a subject of research and debate, but it is widely accepted that very few entered circulation, with even fewer being saved in any condition by a collecting public that was largely unaware of its future significance. The coins that did circulate were subjected to extensive wear, loss, and melting, decimating the population. This is why the coin is considered rare in any state. Finding one, even a very dirty or well-worn example, is a notable occurrence. High-grade specimens are vanishingly rare, creating a market where demand exists across the entire condition spectrum. Current market valuations for this coin reflect its legendary status and are entirely grade-dependent. A heavily circulated, identifiable, but worn example can easily command between $150 to $400 Australian dollars, a staggering premium over its face value. Specimens in better, though still circulated, condition can fetch between $600 to $1,200. Truly uncirculated examples are the crown jewels, with auction results pushing prices into the several $1,000s range, often exceeding $3,000 Australian dollars when certified by a major grading service. This price trajectory is fueled by intense collector enthusiasm and a finite supply that cannot meet the growing demand from both domestic and international numismatists. For collectors, the pursuit of this coin requires diligence and a keen eye. Identifying a genuine 1999 date amidst a pile of older 5 cent coins is the primary challenge, as heavy circulation can obscure the numbers. Using a magnifying glass to carefully clean away grime from the date without abrasive polishing is a critical first step. While no major error varieties are widely recognized for this date, the coin's value is solely in its date and mint mark status. Submitting any found example to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC is a highly recommended practice. Certification not only authenticates the coin but also encapsulates and preserves it, providing a definitive grade that solidifies its market value and protects it for the future. Beyond its stark financial metrics, the coin's allure is profoundly psychological, representing the ultimate numismatic hunter's prize. The thrill of sifting through countless ordinary coins with the latent hope of uncovering this singular rarity fuels a modern-day treasure hunt that keeps the hobby vibrantly alive. This activity connects collectors to the very essence of numismatics, the examination of history through the lens of everyday currency, and transforms the 1999 5 cent from a mere metal disc into a symbol of patience, knowledge, and serendipitous discovery, whose legend grows with each passing year as fewer examples remain to be found in the wild, solidifying its mythos within the community. Rare error varieties or exceptionally well-preserved coins have sold for even higher, occasionally reaching into the low 4 figures, depending on rarity and buyer competition. These results underline the growing enthusiasm among numismatists who see in the 1999 issue both a piece of Australian cultural heritage and a smart investment. Market trends suggest a steady upward trajectory, driven by the broader global demand for high-grade and variety-based Australian coinage. The 1999 5-cent coin stands as a profound numismatic paradox, a common-looking piece of small change that is anything but common. Its lasting significance is dual-faceted. It is a cherished cultural artifact marking the end of a defining period in Australia's monetary history, and it is a formidable financial asset with a proven history of strong appreciation. It appeals to the historian who values its narrative and to the investor who recognizes the potent combination of extreme rarity and robust demand. This coin exemplifies how numismatic value is often born from obscurity and historical circumstance rather than flashy design or precious metal content. Its continued appeal is guaranteed by its finite nature and its powerful story, ensuring its place as a cornerstone of any advanced Australian decimal collection.